Well, it's showing up, so that's the main thing.
Happy birthday, it's fucking frequency.
Zombie Let's Jesus Day. Whatever.
It's the Guttural Frequency birthday Jesus Day.
We did this 2 years
Isn't
ago.
that
We were
Christmas?
really, really drunk.
Yeah, this is reverse day.
Yeah, this is like
Death
funeral.
Day.
Yes, Happy Death Day.
Yeah, Happy Death Day.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Guttural Frequency.
We're here doing the thing, doing the stuff in the
Filled with void as
studio.
usual.
Yeah, I'm calling it a studio, even though it's the living room.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a
It's
studio.
there's
We got
There's
lights.
microphones.
You got a little sound absorby sheet.
no.
You got a little sound amplify sheet.
That's where I take my nipple pictures.
We got the titty backdrop sheet.
titty backdrops. Yeah, that's mostly just so the government can't listen in on me. So today's episode is
Obviously about hypnosis.
What? What do you mean, obviously?
If you couldn't tell,
If you can tell. It's
Oh
probably-
my bad. Yeah.
if you're
Because
feeling,
we're all hypnotized to actually say all that crap.
if you're feeling a little woozy, it's because we were using the powers of suggestion to make you think we were talking about horrid shit.
You're right.
We
That's
actually didn't
just
say it.
how successful you can be when you're hypnotizer man. Hypnotist.
Hypnotizer.
Hitman.
I hypnotize you to
Hypnotism.
forget the word hypnotist. But I snapped my fingers just then.
And now
Which
you
means
know.
you remembered it. I said it the whole time.
I just said hypnotist the whole way.
Look in my eyes. Not around the eyes, but into the eyes. And
Are you an auction caller?
no,
Like,
from
that's all.
Little Britain. There was the guy, like the hypnotist guy.
Yeah.
See, I was talking about that episode. Not horrendous British porn earlier.
That didn't happen.
But the British porn was so good.
Hey, we need Patreon content.
Fuck.
It's fine.
I've been hypnotized.
Have you really?
Yeah,
Tell us
at a
about
party.
Tell us about it.
Tell us about that.
No, you got a hair on you.
Oh, fuck you.
Same.
Yeah, so it was just like a party trick hypnosis, but they had volunteers come up, and I use YouTube hypnosis to go to sleep a lot when I can't sleep, or like apps and stuff. But I think those work mostly because your brain is focusing on what somebody's saying instead of like running through horrible scenarios in your head where you're like, what if everybody I love gets cancer but me?
Yeah. Or here's all those stupid shit you did when you were 5.
Yeah.
It's really embarrassed you.
Here's the thing that you said that to that one guy. Now you hate yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
Your stomach is still dropping, but it was like 20 years ago.
Oh, I hate those. Sorry.
So I think that works because, like, if you're tired and you're focusing on something instead of focusing on all the terrible things you did ever,
I'm gonna have to try that. That actually sounds good.
it works really well.
Yeah?
It works really well for me, especially if you get the really weird ones. Like, there's this one on YouTube,
Oh yeah.
and it's 45 minutes long.
Oh God.
And it's this guy, and he's a terrible hypnotist. He's the worst. And he's Australian,
Oh,
but
God.
he tells you like the story about how you're on an island and you're the only person on the island, but there's like robots to serve you and stuff. But he goes into so much detail because he's like, you were driven from the airport in a van and and now you're here. And the van driver is the guy that repairs all the robots. And
I think he's just covering his ass so that, like, you know, when the lapse in logic is like, how am I on an island right now?
Oh, right, the van.
He just recorded himself coming down off of shrooms.
Yeah.
You hit that talkie phase and words just fall out of it.
He, like, put some like new age music in the background. And he's like,
God.
hypnosis.
That's the black
Are you sure
way
you
of
haven't rewind and see like if there's any like subliminal message behind it?
Clearly it's to build robots.
Yeah, it's building robot
It's got a
apocalypse.
robot recipe. Recipe?
Recipe.
Jesus Christ. Schematics.
So that one is not great for falling asleep, but it's hilarious to listen to. But
Sounds amazing.
Unless you dig robots.
unless you dig robots, and making sure that you know why everything has happened ever.
He's trying to cover his ass. He's trying to be logical.
I hate it.
Yeah, but it takes you out of it when you're like, and now you're drinking a strawberry daiquiri, and I picked
don't
the
like
strawberries
strawberry
myself, and then I blended them in a blender, and
Okay, that's kind of like...
Sounds way too micromanaging.
Yeah.
When I was blending it, I was hitting just one button.
Strawberries.
It almost sounds like you should do Malcolm McDowell.
Yeah. The robot's also a blender.
He just turned his hands
robot just for
this. Let's see, rockets.
But a lot of them are good. A lot of the videos about hypnosis.
Daiquiris or the robot?
Yeah.
The robot daiquiris.
Oh, I love robot daiquiris.
Sounds like a show name.
But a lot of them are very good, and it's like helps you relax, and their voice kind of slows down and gets lower in volume as you go, and a lot of them do this counting backwards thing, and like by the time you get to like, if they start at 10, by the time you're at 8, I'm usually asleep.
Cool.
Which is awesome, right?
Wow.
But then, like, they might say other stuff as well.
Yeah, and then they're like, kill.
No.
I'm like,
Which I'll bring that up later. But
validated. I'm allowed to now.
No!
Well, I don't really think the subliminal messages worked because I tried to do like weight loss ones and I still ate all the fucking food ever.
Smoke. Just secretly.
Just take up smoking.
This is great.
I'm not eating as much, but fuck.
But no, at a party, so it's a little bit different because obviously you're not in bed. They don't have like 45 minutes.
Well, hopefully not. Hypnotist party. Ew.
But
It's like eyes wide shut.
Oh god.
But basically, you're still in control. You're just like, somebody's basically like, you're gonna do what I say after you relax a bunch. And then you relax a bunch, and then you just do what they say. But if it was anything that was too outside of your comfort zone, you just wouldn't do it, right? That's like when people come out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Although I did go with my friend, and he was like, go up and scare that child. And she like went behind the kid and like ran up and screamed in this 3-year-old's face.
Oh my god. Well, that says a lot about her as a person.
So that's not outside of her comfort zone.
Well, why are you taking your 3-year-old to a hypnotist party?
The kid cried.
Of course.
I imagine so, yeah.
Oh my god, what if there
Screaming
wasn't
in
a
their
kid and
face.
you guys were just hypnotized to think
I think there was a
Oh.
kid. But the kid was not real.
Maybe.
Maybe.
But like, you'll never like, if you like get
kid was
naked in front of
painful.
this group of people and like fucking go on like a gangbang.
Gangbang hypnotist party.
Just imagine 50 dicks.
Not a million, though.
Yeah, no, it's too many.
But 50.
You'd basically just be like, I can't breathe.
We want a fair number of
Too many
dicks.
dicks. Yeah.
Like a sea of dicks.
That's still too many dicks.
That's probably
That's
more than-
entirely all too many dicks.
It's more than a
Swimming
million.
in a
You'd
sea
be
of
drowning in
dicks.
dicks.
like a ball pit full of dicks. Oh.
That's a line you should use in your erotic fan fiction. You're like a ball pit full of dicks.
That's a good one.
Alright, sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just coming up coming up
Remember that one
Just
time?
coming.
material.
Remember one time we got to Frequency where we were talking about like fan fiction? Yeah, apparently we're right. Well, Tony is writing one, so.
It's a contest maybe or something. I don't know yet.
All you know is you were just drafted into writing.
Yeah,
some
all I know is I
porn.
need to like write pornography, straight or otherwise.
So otherwise.
Oh, is this yeah, hardcore otherwise.
Hardcore otherwise. That'd be an awesome genre.
That's my subgenre. This is a hardcore otherwise erotica novel.
Oh my god. I wish I was better with like Photoshop or something because I'd love to make the cover for that.
No, just make it when like MS Paint. I think that would be a lot more appropriate.
No,
I'd have to-
crude Photoshop.
It'd have to be like
Yeah.
yeah.
No, MS Paint, you cut it from MS Paint.
I don't want the resolution to be grainy.
Yeah, because if you save it as like JPEG, then it gets.
Fine,
it loses
Judge.
resolution. You get the weird like squares and stuff.
Yeah, it's not cool.
It looks
And
like it
you
just,
guys
like,
rail on me about like fucking sound quality and shit. And you guys go on about like resolution and all that.
It's
Anyways,
different.
Anyways,
how is it fucking different?
It's the difference between recording in a garbage can full of nickels and sitting at a soundboard for 5 hours going, no. We just don't want to record in a garbage can full of nickels.
Wait,
Yeah.
Devon,
Yeah.
I got a garbage can
You have nickels.
and some nickels.
Yeah.
Sound studio.
Right.
That's your
Okay,
isolation
cool.
chamber.
All right.
Get a very high-profile guest star on our show one day.
And just put
Like,
them in there.
welcome to Guttural Studios.
Fuck! I dropped my nickel.
Step into the studio.
Nickel can.
Giant trash can. You're just like, please sit and vote.
Oh, you could interview Chad Kroger in your trash can full of nickels.
Chad Kroger.
Because
I think he's dead.
You belong in there. Trash can full of nickels.
Go to your home, Kroger. Go to where you
belong in the
belong.
garbage
Have a
can.
trash can full of nickels, and then the next day you come out and he's in there living.
It's still
Like
there.
a Kroger,
Yeah.
like,
It's like, get out of here, you Krogers. Like, spray him with the hose. Like,
Yeah.
Look at the spray can!
Oh.
We're all hypnotized.
They-
Hypnotized to say this.
we must be,
They
Anyways,
reproduce
Devon,
asexually.
Anyways, I was hypnotized again. I don't know what else to say.
Did it? I guess it kind of worked, or
It kind of like you're aware of what you're doing. It's not like
you don't like see.
you're not on
things, do you?
fucking like mushrooms where you're like, you know, like.
So it's more fun to be on mushrooms.
you just kind of roll with the suggestions, basically?
Yeah, someone's like act like a duck, and you're like, yeah, that sounds like a good plan, and then you act like a duck.
Okay.
But you're not like, I'm a duck.
You just
I have been a
become
duck
the
my whole
Meow.
life.
Yeah,
Never-
this is my persona.
Oh
It's not like that at all, right? And if they were like, you know, fucking cheat on your husband in front of him, like, you'd probably
Just
not do it.
Jump on the person on the side. What the fuck?
bullshit.
I said, let me get the camcorder first. It's a different thing.
You just go up to the hypnotist. Could you hypnotize me into killing that guy right now? I want a fucking alibi.
Like, it's not the same as brainwashing. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay.
It's not
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I've always wondered. Is
yeah,
The
it's
brainwashing
not,
not magical powers.
yeah.
The brainwashing is like years and years of indoctrination and hypnotizing and a lot of that stuff, right?
But it's not, I would say it's not the same.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely not the same.
Like, you don't, like, go to a
mind
hypnotist, be told to act like a duck, and then, like, for the rest of your life, you're like, I'm a duck.
Just have this secret like thing in the back of my mind, like, am I actually a duck?
Yeah, like, you're not gonna, like, grow feathers or...
Existential
Imprinted
crisis.
on you.
And there's no, like, it's not... I think the difference is, like, brainwashing involves some sort of harm, too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of lasting damage.
Yes.
Yeah, lasting damage, and like, there's... Yeah.
Pretty
Like,
much.
you kind of have to, like, break a person down in order to brainwash them.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're hypnotizing them, you're just telling them what to do, and then they're kind of like in a state of like ultimate relaxation. So you're just kind of like, yeah, sure, fuck, I'll be a duck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
A
cool.
duck would be a rat.
So it's a different kind of breakdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know with like brainwashing and stuff, it's the whole like you build the pattern and everything.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
build
So it's
pattern.
like, you know how you be like, if you say someone's name 3 times, you'll remember it better. If you do something 30 days in a row, it becomes a
Exactly.
habit. And
I think habit and brainwashing are different too, though.
That can be used as a tool to.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah,
To
habit.
tell them
yeah.
to do certain things because
That's
that
true.
idea's in them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And usually they would say, it's like we've covered
Trauma,
this
that's the
before.
word I was looking for.
trauma.
Yeah.
Brainwashing involves trauma.
Yeah, because
Oh,
we
okay.
used to cover that before. Because like usually they break you down and say some stuff that like, oh, you're worthless and all that stuff, and then that's when you
Which
know.
is true.
Nagging.
Yeah. Actually, the NLP, the neuro linguistic programming, is they actually that's some of the things that they'll teach like at a lower level, I guess, to guys like who do the pickup artist bullshit. Because I remember my brother, he wasn't into like the pickup artist thing, but he got into like neurolinguistics because he loved that show, The Mentalist.
Oh, okay.
He wanted to know how he did it, so
Yeah.
he started reading up on it and all this kind of stuff, and that was how he like found out about like what pickup artists do, and he's like, holy shit.
Isn't that also how he like started working for Amway?
That kind of came from it.
Oh, okay.
Because a lot of the Amway stuff involved really like talking people into doing stuff they weren't really sure about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that was another reason he kind of like looked into it, because he was like, I wonder if I can like really trick people into doing this horrible sham of a business.
With
I'm very glad I talked him out of it.
what's it called? Multi-level marketing? Is that
Yeah.
what that's called?
Pyramid scheme?
Pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was using the PC term.
It's called a trapezoid of success.
It's called
Nobody knows what happened in the top part of the pyramid, though.
It's called the death rhombus.
But like multi-level marketing and private post-secondary schools, they both use the same techniques of like hitting on pain points and being like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you don't want to work at McDonald's the rest of your life, right?
Yeah.
So,
Oh, if you don't have this, you won't be successful, or like
Yeah.
that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
EDI has the answers, guys. It says it in the commercial.
Yeah.
CDI.
CDI.
I was
That's
trying to
where I
protect
went.
them. Oh.
fucking
went-
30 grand later for a bullshit degree, but it did give me a job, so.
Oh, then yeah,
Wow.
see?
But I didn't-
CDI has
30
the
grand,
answers.
though.
I did not learn anything.
Mm.
I got a job because I had a piece of paper that said that I could be a secretary.
That's
Oh,
bullshit.
okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Wow, eh?
Yeah.
I'm going to pay less than that, and hopefully make cartoons the rest of my life. I
Yay!
hope so. God, I hope so.
You actually learn skills, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, it's different,
That
right?
well, they have a pretty high success rate at
Van Arts.
Yeah, Van Arts,
Yeah, they
yeah.
really do, yeah. I think they're like second best.
whereas
And even then,
the
they're still like really fucking up.
legal secretary program does not exist anymore at CDI because the students tried to sue them.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Like, basically, my year was the last year that
Holy
they
shit.
had that program.
That's
Oh, man.
shitty timing. I'm sorry. Oh, God.
Well, I
Yeah.
still
But you got a
yes,
job.
I got a job out of it.
Job.
Worked there for like 5 miserable years, and now I work in retail.
which is preferable?
I do like it better, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I do all the things, so
Yeah.
it's more interesting than ripping old people off, which is what I used to do. Anyway, somebody else talk about hypnotism.
Welcome to Voidcast again.
That's okay. They're not going to use their money for much longer anyway.
That's true. Except that then their kids
those
can't inherit the house, right?
Sorry.
Fuck old
Except their
people.
kids can't inherit the house because the money's out to the bank that they're not paying back.
That sounds like classic Vancouver.
Sounds like Scientology.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Chip mortgages. There's Scientology.
They don't get taxes.
Oh my god.
You don't need to file for taxes because they're religion.
Yeah, once they go past the cult status, you become a religion.
Yeah, and you don't have to file for taxes like churches.
Man, the trick is covering up all the deaths you cause.
Yeah, that's actually straight up, yeah.
Or you can just finger point people.
That's good lawyers.
And finger point people.
Yeah.
And just blame everybody else.
That damn Leah Remini.
Fucking...
I love her show, man.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
I haven't seen it, but Being Clear, have you seen that? The documentary?
No.
Oh my god.
She
or
got-
Going Clear, that's what it's
Going
called.
Clear.
Yeah.
She got the guy who made that documentary on the show.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was really
The
cool.
documentary is so good.
I bet, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one where that like the British guy's like shouting at the dude like, no! Is that the one?
He wrote a book, and then he did the movie. But they have like a whole this sackload of former
Scientographers.
That's with the...
National Geographic
There was something
photographers.
there was something that similar happened to the New Age movement in the 90s as well.
Oh.
That was like kind of like people were all like super into the thing, and then like
And that circles back to hypnotism.
It does, actually.
yeah, no, because like what they did was like they did the meditation thing and all that, right? And
Yeah.
they were like promoting all that stuff to the point it's like, oh, I do meditation, and then of course they were interviewing this guy. Like it was, I think it was a documentary that I watched. I forgot what's the name. But it was like this guy was talking about how his life changed after he like joined this thing, and he's been doing this, you know, like like meditation thing, and then like the person that's like leading the meditation is really there for me and saying all this stuff, and then like 2 years later, and like $50,000 later,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, I'm so glad I got out of that bullshit."
Wow.
But man, am I glad I got all these crystals.
Oh yeah, there's the crystals as well. It's like, yeah, this crystals resonates with me. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, certain crystals resonate with me too now.
That's in a different way though.
Crystals myth.
Oh yeah, that's actually better than what I was suggesting.
Paradox.
You're gonna talk about
rocks.
Rip my pants from.
You're gonna talk about the J.O. crystal guy.
What?
Crystal guy?
Guy would jack off with
J.O.
crystal?
crystal guy?
Would you like shove crystal rods in his pee hole to jack off? Is that what you meant by J.O.
No,
crystal guy?
Is that what you do? What the
It was a
fuck?
Craigslist ad that
No.
this guy took out, and he was like, I want to find another guy who'll come over to my place and he'll J.O. with me because it charges up my crystals. And it's like, it's not
What?
gay. It's like, if you have your own crystals, come on over and we'll J.O. and we'll like charge them up and we'll get all this power. Serious inquiries only, please. And it showed a picture of him, and he's like, he's got like a puka shell necklace, and he's like this like 45-year-old leather-skinned dude, all suntanned. He's like, come over and J.O.
What is J.O.?
Jack
Jack
off.
off.
Oh!
Wants other straight bro dudes to come over and J.O. with him and charge up his crystals.
Well,
Do you jack off onto crystals?
is that how you
so.
transfer the power?
Maybe.
From your root chakra?
No, technically, if you actually go through,
You just have to be in the room?
no. Like technically, semen is considered as like a source of energy in certain Asian culture.
Gross. I mean, cool.
No, that's it. Because the word like chi, the chi actually means like.
It's Cheeman!
Is that
Technically,
It's been Cheeman this whole time!
but no, actually, like the Chinese translation for sperm is actually chi fluid. So that's where like they act like.
Oh, mystery fucking solved, apparently.
Now I want to do.
And yeah, Lego's Legends of Chima was about Lego furries, and furries jerk off a lot.
And I have Chimo pierogies at home.
Oh no! So you're supposed to eat pierogies and come in mason jars full of Lego guys?
I think that's the only conclusion we can draw from this,
Alright,
Tony.
guys, y'all just want to J.O. together to charge up our Lego guys?
Make a tulpa as well.
Devon, get the jars!
Yeah, we need to put it behind a radiator for 3 months.
If we form a circle, whoever's arms get tired can just go to the next. Just help bro out.
Spoken Pico. When we were on Tokyo Tower.
Oh, Jesus Christ. How did it come to this?
How did it take this long to come to this? That's the real question.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of unalive sexual advances, and hypnotism, and also documentaries, and cults.
And J.O.
You're not really the J.O.
It's full blown.
I watched a documentary as well, and this actually does have to do with hypnotism, and also, I guess, call back to our cults episode. Yeah, I watched Holy Hell, which is on Netflix, and it is...
fuck.
It's still on Netflix, by the way, unlike Digimon Season 3.
I'm gonna watch that when I get home.
I know,
I'm like
right?
Digimon Season 3.
Hey, that was low-key best season.
It's not low key, but it is the best season.
That's the one that everyone's just
That
kind
was
of
a
like, Season 3. Well, you have to get through the first, like, half the episode when all the cool dark shit starts happening.
Yeah, and then in the end, it's like all fucking like,
Psychological and Lovecraftian, yeah.
Exactly. By the end of it, it's like, holy fuck, this is
It was a
that's
good time.
abuse right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
Anyway, Netflix, check it out. So, Holy Hell is the story of a man. It's basically a guy who was in a cult for 22 years.
Okay.
And he grew up wanting to like make movies and stuff when he was younger. So he actually went to like school and like became like a filmmaker and everything.
Okay.
But around the time he got kicked out of his home for being openly gay in an Orthodox religious household, his sister basically told him about like these hippies that she was hanging out with, and like this group of people, and like we all live in this house and it's awesome. And there's like this guy, Michelle. He's really cool. He's such a neat guy.
Never trust a dude named Michelle.
Right? If that's his name. That goes into that too, actually.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so like it starts off with them just kind of like playing around, and it was more like a sense of community and stuff. And they just lived in this big house, and they would do things where they'd frolic around in the fields and shit like that.
Flower picking.
What you'd imagine.
Very hippie-ish.
Yeah, super like new wave, new age hippie style.
Singing about nature.
Yeah, but then like this Michelle guy, he's like at the time as well. They're like, oh, he was just a really cool guy. When you think of a cult leader, you think of like almost wizard style person.
Like Alan Moore.
Yeah, he was just some handsome dude that'd show up in Ray-Bans and a Speedo and be like, yo, be cool to each other and stuff. Yeah,
that's not gonna...
Yeah, well, it's like it started off him being kind of just like, yeah, no, I mean, I studied abroad and stuff, and I know about, like, chakras and meditation and all this other stuff, and also I know how to unlock the potential of your mind.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so, like, it started getting kind of like that,
Oh,
and then they'd start bringing other people in and everything, and then he would do these, I can't remember what they called it, but it was, essentially take people, like, one by one, like off to like a secluded place and do a thing where it was like you'd be like connected with God. Like you'd be like right. Surprisingly, that's not where the gross stuff happened either.
No, because they were in the presence of God.
Yeah, you can't do that shit for God.
God's like, hey,
Hey!
get out of that ass.
Was this the documentary where the guy he claims to be like the next coming of Jesus?
Oh fuck, that's all of them, Edison.
No,
Yeah,
there's
they all-
but there's this one specific one though where it's like it gets like super like uncomfortable because he just kept mentioning like Jesus shit to the point where it's like, oh fuck.
No, that wasn't him.
Is that
It was
the
a
sex
different guy.
cult one? There's
No.
a good sex cult documentary. There's lots of naked people in it on
Cool.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Side note.
Yeah, this one ends up with a bit more like nudity and stuff like that. It was picked up by CNN Films, and Jared Leto helped produce it.
Of course he did.
Jared's just a rapper legal.
Is it his cult? Was he
Oh my god!
advertising?
No. So, anyway, what
They'll have to
happens in it is
You have to get the word damaged tattooed on their foreheads.
rotten on your jawbone if you want to.
Yeah.
For the ladies?
Yeah, for the ladies.
That's how we know you're one of mine.
She dumpster underneath your legs. On each thigh.
I know what my first tattoo's gonna be. Chi dumpster. Fucking tramp stamp.
Oh, in italics.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh,
right.
in Chinese. So I'll be like,
The other day,
it really
holy
speaks to me, you know, and just show it to all these like Asian people. And they're
The
just
other
like,
day, holy fuck! I saw this
fucking
one
laughing,
chick like
laughing at this
she
white dude.
actually has like in Chinese, when life gives you lemonades, make lemonade. When life gives you lemonade, in Chinese, it's like right down her back.
That's
It's
awesome.
I just about fucking spat my drink.
It's all a spit take.
It's like, gives you
Lemonade.
lemonade, make lemonade.
Sorry, but no, it's basically in Chinese. I was like, it's like lemon. Oh, and like skip the lemons. Oh, okay.
Oh, I see what.
Oh, okay.
you're
Is
trying to go
when
with.
life gives you lemons, make lemonade.
Yeah.
Okay,
in
I
Chinese.
thought you said when life
Like,
gives
give
you
you
lemonade,
lemonades.
make lemonade. Like,
That's even better.
life hands you lemonade, and you're like,
I'm
it's like
gonna
make
get that in
lemonade. You're like,
English.
you just hand it back. Lemonade. It's like, very good.
But no, I think and of course, it was a white girl that actually had that. It was like, it's like, why?
You only see white people with Asian script tattoos.
Yeah.
Oh
it's
my
just-
god, I knew somebody who got a tattoo at a mall. And it was fucking like the size of my hand. Like, I don't know what it said. She said it said love, but on her fucking side, right?
It better
And
said
she-
ginger beef.
She like
Or pork.
hates going to the beach now because she's so self-conscious of like how shitty her tattoo is.
That's
But
why you don't pay for
all
shitty
of-
tattoos.
All of her tattoos were shitty. Like all of them. She had
Such a
like
shame.
um
That's what I'm afraid of.
she had the horns keep the halo up.
Oh my
Right
God.
on her back.
It's just like
Not even on her forehead where the horns would
basic,
be.
basic,
Yeah.
basic, basic.
It's like she comes off as like a human like metal band denim vest.
Cool.
You know what I mean? Like, you know those metal band denim vests where like
The ones where they pre-make them at
She-
H&M.
She's like
Couldn't even find them.
I know, I wanted one.
no, it's like you know the blue denim and people just like throw random patches
Yeah.
on to the point it's like, oh no, that's just
she's like if a pumpkin spice latte was a person.
oh that's a terrible that's horrible.
I like it.
Let's steal that now.
Pour it in some Ugg boots. It
Oh!
grows overnight.
Jennifer. Which hopefully wasn't her name.
No, it was Michelle.
Oh shit, was she the cult leader?
No, you met her.
I will teach you the basic bitch.
We were hanging out with her at the summer party. With her boyfriend.
I drank a lot that
The first
night.
one.
Oh, the first one.
Oh.
Was I there for that one? No.
No, it was my
It was
law
no summer
firm
party.
party.
The one where I drank with lawyers and had
Yeah, and
two
then
of
the-
everything off the drink menu.
I remember that episode.
And you were just charming to all of them.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm done, let's go. And I just fucking left.
Bella hangs out and drink more Moscow.
Nice.
Just become Toki that night.
I think I like bounced as well, like just 2 more shots off their tab. Like, fuck.
Jesus Christ, man.
Oh my god.
Took my gig there.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, charming as fuck.
Anyways, so Michelle.
Yeah, the cult leader, Michelle.
Well, I hope she didn't. She wouldn't listen. I don't really care. Sorry, Michelle. You're basic.
Oh,
I'll snap.
welcome to the Shadecast. Oh, yes!
All we need is one drag queen in the cast.
How about a drag king? I can provide one.
Yeah,
As long as they're able to throw masterful shade.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
think Jess does anything
Goss.
that isn't shade.
I think I met her. She came to Venus and Mars a couple times.
Yeah,
When you guys weren't there, and she was asking. Yeah, and she wasn't like throwing shade, but I got like, damn. I
Yeah.
better make sure I dot my I's and cross my T's because I don't want to be receiving end of none of her shade.
Can't tell if she's flirting with you or insulting you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's just how she
Great.
talks. It's kind of great.
When
yeah.
she was single, she just showed me all the dick pics that she got off Tinder.
I don't get it. Why did
There's
you do
another
that?
one.
Apparently, there's a new dick rating system that you can do.
Oh, really?
It's like an infograph type thing, and it's like 5 different options. You can be like, mine is this, mixed with this, and a little bit of this. And it bends
Figure out
like
the
this one.
And figuring out the perfect dick or some shit.
No,
like that.
just instead of like taking the picture of your boop, you just like send this fucking, like, infograph, like 3-page long
Flowchart.
No, it's just like,
I've sent other people's boobs when people ask me for nudes.
oh, that's smart.
We just
Yeah.
go to like Google Images.
Yeah,
You're
just
like,
tits.
those look nice. I'll just crop out the suicide girl. Like, here we go.
What's that black bar in the corner? Don't worry about it. Yeah, so this guy would he started getting more and more popular, and what they were saying too is that like the cult stopped being about like your own self and like your own spiritual growth, and more about him.
Oh.
And then
Yeah.
apparently Waco happened, which was like essentially just down the cult street from them.
Really?
So yeah, there was like Waco happened, and then there was a
Care
bunch
to
of
explain Waco for the listeners that don't know what Waco
Because, yeah, it kind of happened. There's a whole generation who probably doesn't even know what it was.
Oh my god, yeah.
Because it
I was
happened
in
when we were pretty young.
Yeah, I was expecting to not explain what Waco was. It was like a compound got raided, and it all went to shit. And then they set the place on fire with all the members inside.
Yeah,
yeah.
'cause they were threatening to commit suicide, and then
It was a
the
suicide cult.
ATF, like Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms Department, came in and just raided the place and killed a shitload of people.
Yeah.
Innocent motherfuckers too, like people who didn't have weapons.
Yeah, it was pretty fucked up.
Yeah, it was a big blunder.
So that the thing is, at that point too, they were just kind of like, they all kind of knew they were in a cult as well. But they're like, but this guy's so cool. It's not like
He's
the other
different.
cult. Yeah, this isn't like the other cults, guys. Oh my god, this isn't like all those other cults.
This is the cool cult.
Yeah, that's what they thought. They're just like, we're all about love and acceptance, not hitching a ride on a meteor. Like, we're the cool guys.
It's like people who like My Chemical Romance, and they're like, we're not just like those fucking poser emo kids. We actually understand them.
Yeah, it's straight up like that.
Black Parade just spoke to me.
Oh my god.
What was my favorite My Chemical Alchemist album?
Oh god.
My dad likes that song.
It's not a terrible album.
I didn't know that one song from them.
Yeah.
Black Parade?
Teenagers.
Oh,
I never. I'm sure I've heard My Chemical Romance in my life, but I never knew it.
When you were a young boy,
No.
your father
Is
took you into the city.
that a reference to them?
See a marching band.
It's a reference there. It is a reference.
my brain hurts because. Hypnotized.
I like that was a joke that only you and I
got it!
Us and like probably like 75% of our listeners.
The ones who had the album.
The ones who still jerk off with it in the background.
I feel so old and in the way.
That was your boyfriend, right? The lead singer?
Which one?
The lead singer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
You love him a lot.
besties.
Yeah. You guys bleach each other's hair.
That was awkward.
Do you trade lip service jackets?
Kept stretching his out. Wasn't the only thing I wanted to stretch out. Anyway.
He had a very lovely pair of pink socks.
Oh my god. So they relocated.
I'm punching that fart box.
TP and the FB.
We need to have it on our shirt!
I forgot about that.
I'm punching the fart box.
Punch in the fart.
I totally got to use it on like Logan's stream as well.
Oh my
It's
god.
like somehow analingus came up, and I'm like, oh, you know this, this, tongue punch in the fart box, and he's just like, that's the worst thing that's ever been said on the stream.
Yes.
Not counting the times where I just started speaking in only German. So they had to relocate their compound because like the cult catchers were essentially like harassing them and stuff.
Oh, catch.
Well, there was that.
It's like the dog pound, but for...
Yeah, they just were all wearing like purple striped top hats. Be like, we're gonna get you, you fucks.
They got those little like sticks with a rope on them. Just trying to catch you. So you don't get bit by the cultists.
We'll find you a new home, probably your original one.
Or you can just be in like a wall of cages.
Yeah.
Like, yes, he's here. Anyway,
Oh,
sorry.
better than PETA.
Oh, yeah.
Be in a cage and dead. So yeah, they had to relocate, and they were. So either this guy that did the documentary, he actually became essentially their like, their main documentary person. Like he did propaganda for this cult.
Oh shit.
So he had like I want to say like 75 to 80% of the footage in the movie is all shot by him, like doing the stuff for the cult.
Wow.
So that's what makes it super cool. Well, cool in a like
pretty
interesting-
fascinating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you don't get to see that normally.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's
And
usually
it's
the
our point of view
aftermath.
as well.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
the people who survived the cult are the ones you usually see in documentaries about it. Right?
Well, that was the thing. He stuck around even when it was starting to like fall to shit.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he stuck around for 22 years, and it was like I think 17 years when the cult fell apart.
Holy fuck!
Yeah,
I gotta watch this.
it's really well done.
I didn't realize it was
Yeah,
on
it sounds
Netflix. I want
nuts.
to watch it.
Oh
Yeah,
my
if I gotta
God,
watch
this,
it again.
Oh, this Michelle guy looks creepy as fuck.
He's so he looks kind of like Mads Mikkelsen, but like
No, he's not.
with deadless deadless eyes or dead eyes.
Shark eyes.
Mads
Yeah, it's Mads Mikkelsen with shark eyes. Well, when he looked younger. So it turns out they dug up some dirt on this guy after. Well, I'm jumping all over the place.
Speedo wearing guru.
Yeah, so there were allegations of trigger warning sexual abuse.
Okay.
With a lot of a lot of the straight men in the group were saying like, I've been abused during our therapy sessions and all this other stuff. And one of the guys was like, I was the dude that would carry his chair for him. He had a special chair. And he's like, yeah, I was one of the first people, like, I was always replying back to the media being like, nope, there was no such thing. There's all this stuff. And he's like, which sucks because I was one of the ones being abused.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Yeah, so what he would do is he'd have therapy sessions where he would charge them all $50 a week to, like, help them clear their mind. And then during the sessions, he would start doing things like, do you ever fantasize about men? Do you ever do this? Do you ever do that? And he'd, like, kind of, like, coerce them into, like, essentially letting him fuck them.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So, and then he would, like, essentially prey on, and he would get jealous too if any like men and women or like if any relationships outside of him were starting to form. He'd be like, you can't do that. You're not in this like Zen mode right now. You're not in this. Yeah, so he'd like destroy other people's relationships and stuff just so he can keep like fucking everybody.
Oh my god!
He essentially just wants to start a harem.
Fucking freak.
Yeah. So after everything happened, they ended up digging up some dirt on him too, and it turns out that he was like a failed actor and like ballet dancer type person, because he'd have mandatory exercise and ballet lessons and things like that, and he would put on these dances and operas that he would write that would only be shown for the cult. Like they built a giant theater just for like
Him.
100 members, and he would like star in all of them. So it turns out
Oh my
he was
god!
an extra. He was either an extra, like he had a scene in Rosemary's Baby, ironically enough, where like he just turns around and like looks at the camera, and it like went to his head. So
Dude.
super narcissistic, super sociopathic,
Oh yeah.
and like he was in a couple other like little bit things, but also he was like a gay porn star as well.
Well, yeah.
A failed gay porn star. And then like they actually show the footage of him like doing all this stuff as well, with like the world's smallest black bar just covering like things going into other things.
Holy shit, man!
Yeah, so it's like so you could tell it wasn't doctored, right? But apparently
Oh, I
that
see,
was like
yeah.
the one studio that didn't just purge all of their backlog. Because back then, gay porn was still seen as like buggery and stuff like that, so
Yeah,
it was like
illegal in
illegal.
places, yeah.
But they kept his footage, so there was like all this other stuff. And then one day, the guy, I think his name is Will. Yeah, Will, who was their videographer. He's like, I am out. I'm done. They moved back to Hawaii, which is the first place where he ended up being abused.
Oh wow!
So once they moved back there, he was like, I'm out. So he just left without saying anything. And it turns out he's actually still there right now. Rebuilt the cult, and there's around 100+ members.
Holy smokes.
Holy fuck, man!
Yeah, so he actually, like, did the hidden camera thing and, like, came up to him again. And it's just, fuck, I haven't felt more, like, tense watching a thing. Just seeing, like, the corner of this guy's face from, like, 2 years ago, and him just being like, yeah, here for my birthday. How's it going? What, what's up? You being good? And he's like, who is good? He's just such a creepy fuck. And it kept changing his name throughout the years, too.
Oh.
And apparently his name now is, like, Reiji, which translates to God King.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But yeah,
Wow.
he would, to tie it to the hypnotizing theme of the episode, he would do that. He would charge the theme.
Yeah.
He would, like, take a bunch of people and charge them money, hypnotize them, and then fuck them. Like, it was just, for 22 years.
Oh my god.
But he didn't start out fucking them. It wasn't like day one fucking, right?
No,
Like,
I
it
think
took a few years, right?
once he started to get his, like, God complex, essentially.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that would fall more into the category of brainwashing
Definitely.
than hypnotism.
Yeah. But I think it started off, because he was
Like,
a
you might
registered...
use hypnotic techniques to, like, put people at ease and disarm them and, like, to ask them questions like, have you ever fantasized about men, etc., blah, blah, blah. But...
'Cause I've totally forgotten to mention he was a registered hypnotherapist as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he knew, like, how to, like, kind of
He knew what to do.
get your guard down and then put his dick in your butt.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's possible he also like brainwashed them into getting to that
To that
state,
yeah.
and
Definitely.
to the point that they'd be susceptible to the hypnosis.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it was, like, day one,
No.
watch my watch go back and forth and then, like, I'm going to stick my fist in your butt.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, no, it definitely sounded like he was...
Let's hope not.
There'd probably be a lot less members in the cult.
Yeah.
Or a lot more.
Different members.
Different members.
Single-handedly responsible for the Mr. Hands video.
Yeah, so it's like, because when you look at him back in the day, where it just like...
Sassy?
What?
Was he sexy?
No, he was always in a constant state of being ripped. Like,
Speedo.
he would just walk around in Speedos and stuff. So he was like...
That's so weird.
handsome. He was like traditionally good looking, I think. But then once you like know
Yeah.
everything, you get the whole like, oh god.
I meant sexy looking.
No.
Like, was...
Like
No.
the Ted Bundy kind of.
Yeah, was that part of it?
I think that was one of the things.
Yeah.
that was what brought a lot of people in to
Yeah.
it too. And because he was apparently he
Nobody's
was,
gonna
like,
follow an ugly guy. Like,
No.
you don't
Yeah,
have, like,
no.
fucking hideous cult leaders. Because
Yeah.
nobody's
Except-
gonna...
Charles
Except
Manson.
for Japan, though, Om Shinrikyo.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
That dude's
well, he
a-
did look kind of like Korean Jesus,
He
which
kinda
is weird
did, yeah.
because he's Japanese Jesus. Japaneses.
Japanese.
Yeah, Shinrikyo is like, man, fuck that. I remember seeing a weird thing about it too, like when I was younger,
Oh, yeah.
and just being so freaked out. And like, oh god,
A yoga cult that turns into a death cult.
yeah.
Yeah.
Never do yoga. I think.
Oh,
is the
fuck,
main
you know that
Bikram yoga?
thing.
Yeah, that's the
Bikram-
same thing. The fucking guy that started that is like a psychopath.
There's
Yeah.
all these like weird sex allegations against him
Yeah.
and stuff, and
He is like,
Jesus.
when you watch like footage of him, he was just like fucking abusive as shit to his like,
Really?
yeah, like your fat ass. Blah, blah,
Oh my
blah.
god.
yeah,
I mean, I get that enough when I'm not doing yoga.
Yeah, I can do that on my own. Thank
Yeah,
you very much.
There's enough self-loathing to go around, okay? I don't need your shit.
yeah.
Oh, yikes. Yeah, it's, I guess it, like with the whole New Age... Okay, I gotta be careful what I'm saying here. Because I don't want to lump all the New Age type
No,
of
I think
people
you can.
in. Alright.
Put them all under the bus.
You know, okay, listen. I have friends who are Reiki healers.
Yeah.
I don't believe in Reiki. I think it's really fucking stupid.
What's
And
Reiki?
It's like it's
You
healing,
hover your hands over
but you
people.
like by like moving people's energy like from
Oh, okay.
here kind of thing, right?
It feels warm.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, do you feel that tingling? And it's like,
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
you, right? Like, but like one of them did a Reiki healing on me once, and I'm not gonna name names because I actually really like her,
Mhm.
and it's fine for her to believe whatever she believes. But she's like, I can see a spirit guide around you. You have 4 aliens who follow you everywhere, and I was just like, I'm fucking out.
Yeah, 4
That's like
little
legit
aliens.
And
Scientology.
these-
Well, they were like
4
friendly
aliens.
aliens.
Oh, that's
They were
reverse
buddies.
Scientology.
Evil thetans.
Yeah. No, they were like hanging out with me, I guess.
Little alien bros.
They were my guardian angels, but aliens. They were my guardian aliens.
Oh my god.
I like it.
It's
That's
like-
more plausible than angels.
Yeah.
But I was like, I
Dead
can't,
ghosts.
can't do
George
it.
Stroumboulopoulos
Can't
guy.
do it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay, so
I guess you do hit a point too with certain things where
it just
like
gets a bit ridiculous to points.
I mean I know we're all pretty like we think ghost stuff is cool and all that. I mean that's why we fucking started doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
yeah,
like-
we like the creepy stuff.
Yeah, once this starts getting to like
You get
foil hat territory,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, never mind.
and, well, it's like Reiki healing is like cold reading, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing where they're
Yeah.
putting their hands in. They're like, oh, I feel like a blockage in your throat chakra. That means that sometimes you have trouble expressing what you want to say. And it's like, yeah, because
Oh
I'm
my
fucking
God, you're
human.
right.
Yeah.
My throat
Yeah.
chakra.
And another thing about it is like, people feel good afterwards, and it's because
You
like,
Placebo?
it's like visual ASMR basically. Like someone
Yeah.
sort of not quite touching you, but like giving you that attention. It's like, I feel really nice and relaxed.
Plus, you like lie down on like a massage bed and they play like
Super comfy. Yeah.
yeah,
It's
and
like,
so
they
much
play nice
sitar
music and like
music.
yeah.
and
And,
like,
like-
if you just went home, put on some good music, and lay down for a bit,
Yeah.
you'd probably feel pretty good.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
kind of
that's
like
kind of what I do.
Yeah.
with like I was saying earlier with hypnotism, is that like your brain is focusing on what that person's saying too, right? You're not
Yeah.
focusing on, that you have to do laundry or that
Life shit.
life shit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that you suck at everything and
That is
everything
true.
is awful.
You're talking about- but yeah,
both
just-
are facts.
Just something
This-
really.
You're not like lying there wondering where your like cutting knife is.
Well, no, it does get to a point where it's like, okay, it's just a bit excessive. And it's like, okay, you do you, buddy. You do you, right?
Yeah.
It's just some like inconsequential stuff you can kind of focus on.
On a side note,
Just a
there's an
second.
app called Calm, and it's like a meditation app, but it has these sleep stories, and they're the fucking best thing to fall asleep to.
Also not a sponsor, just a fan.
Because
Are they boring?
no, like they just start. I don't know. They're telling you a story, but before they tell you the story, they're like, "So you better be lying down and you're comfortable." And by the time you get to the story, you're like already asleep.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
But again, I think it's just because you're trying to like listen to their voice, but it's not very like interesting. It's not like listening to like an audiobook or anything like that. And you just fucking pass out, and it's great.
I
That
would
sounds awesome. I'll have to give that a try.
not be the best person to do an app like that. Because I'd just be like, alright, so now friendly robots building these some smoothies. There might be booze in there.
Be a little
Drink,
Bob
that's
Ross
totally
is
okay.
doing it.
Alright, now you're feeling pretty relaxed, aren't you? That's pretty great.
Bob Ross or something just paints some robots.
Triple kill! Doritos! Just
It's Marvel, baby.
now relax.
That was fun, was
Let all your worries just melt away. This Jang here. Imagine you're hovering above your Lego city. Yeah, who's that in the corner there? Oh, that's your buddy Terry. What's he doing in the back? Just brandishing a knife. Who knows? Let's go over to the arcade. Oh, what are they playing? Looks like some classic space.
Oh, that was good. I like it.
That'd be awesome.
No, it's terrible. I had a fucking heart attack because I was being a shithead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll let the sleep paralysis do the job of making loud noises when I'm about to sleep.
Pretty much. But no, it's kind of like the idea of like hypnotic suggestions, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of it comes from your subconscious. It's like even I remember like having a phase where I was just like no idea what the fuck I was doing, and I started downloading all these apps. It's like, oh yeah, if you download this app, you listen to it a few times, you're gonna feel better and all this stuff. And of course, I was like, listening to some of them that's like blah 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 confidence, blah 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 blah, and all that. And
Are you
it's like,
feeling confident?
whatever.
Are you still smoking?
Never smoke.
Oh, see?
It worked.
Man, Rogaine really did have the answers. Romaine. Rogaine? Who was the fucking smoking hypnotist?
But no, it's like a lot of that. It's like hypnotic suggestions and all that stuff. So that like sometimes, like you doing more of that or being suggested that you might just like get into placebo effect of like, oh, I've listened to that now. Yeah, I feel better. Yeah, I feel better. Something's really working. Or like some of those spells, right? Like there's some like the spell part. Some of the time might be just like a ritual thing, so that you can see the smoke and mirror, so you can be convinced. But then a lot of it could just be like you and your subconscious thinking like, yeah, I believe this. I've done this now.
Yeah, true. It's a brain.
If you tell yourself something over and over again, you're eventually going to believe it.
Yep, that's the thing.
It's a brain being your own worst enemy.
Well, that's the thing though, because like that's why a lot of people recommend hypnotherapy, because like it's trying to access your subconscious.
Oh, like hypno regression therapy or whatever?
No, it's just more like just.
Oh my god! Can I tell you a funny? Sorry, can I?
Yeah, no, because that's a different type of hypnosis.
Yeah, that's a different one.
Like,
So-
is more damaging, I think.
Oh yeah,
Probably, yeah.
just explain it later.
Doreen Virtue. I have a couple decks of cards from
Oh,
her.
okay.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so she's like got this series of like regression CDs you can listen to
Oh, man.
Cool.
to find out who you were in a past life.
Sounds like she's the Chuck Tingle of New Age.
Yeah, they are just like, oh my god, they're so fucking ridiculous, and they didn't work for me, obviously, right?
Well, that's because you clearly aren't Joan of Arc.
But
Yeah.
90% of people who listen to them are like, oh, I was an Egyptian princess, or I was...
Well, everybody's a fucking Egyptian
you're
princess.
never anything mundane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm from polio, right? Like,
Yeah,
no.
it's like this ancestry.ca thing, right? It's like, oh, blah blah blah, like the Key and Peele skit where everybody's like, I'm related to Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson. This ancestry.ca says that I was related to Joan of Arc and Thomas Jefferson. It's kind of like that.
But like her like, so when you like look at her picture, she looks like this like blonde bimbo housewife, like somebody who's had work done, who's like,
Oh,
you know,
the
has
lips and all that.
yeah, like somebody who's got like teenage children but still stays home like as a stay-at-home mom.
Oh, it just gets tanked every night off of 3 bottles of wine?
Yeah,
Oh,
Cooking
So-
sherry.
so you kind of like expect her voice to match that image,
Yeah.
and then like you hit play and it's like, hello, I'm Doreen Virtue.
hello.
It's like a man's voice.
Hello.
Welcome to hypnotherapy with Doreen. We'll find out if you're fucking Joan of Arc or not.
You might be Thomas.
Play that beat.
Okay. Like a lot of people use the the hypnotism thing to access your subconscious, because apparently
Yeah, like in Assassin's Creed.
or whatever. That's not subconscious.
I like how, like diminutize you made that sound.
Yeah, no.
Like Assassin's Creed.
It's like, oh, fine, we'll talk about it anymore. That's where the self-issue, the self-esteem issue come from, Dad.
That's
Yeah, I
the
know,
plot
I'm
of a
working extra
AAA
hard
title.
on it. Now all aboard the Atomist.
Adam
And the old LARP Edward Kenway or whatever the fuck his name is. Also, we're all maybe aliens too or something. I don't fucking know.
I stopped after 2.
So did everyone.
But no, I was basically just going to bring up a thing that I saw in Penn and Teller's Bullshit back in the day, a UFOs episode.
Best show ever.
It is such a fucking amazing show. If, for whatever reason, any of our listeners haven't seen it,
Just do
do yourselves a favor, yeah.
Or if
watch
you're
it.
Penn or Teller,
Come on
let's
the show.
hang out.
Let's get you on the track.
We can have a sex orgy.
Yeah, we'll just get a
Yeah,
bunch
we
of
could.
get a bunch of people to hang out here naked. And,
Yeah.
and they'll bring us chocolate and stuff.
Isn't that what Penn does? He does a lot of sex orgies, doesn't he?
I don't know.
I think
I know he's a
used to.
libertarian,
Yeah.
so maybe.
I believe in one of his autobiographies, he talks a lot about every person he's ever banged.
Nice.
It's
Yeah.
just
But I haven't
volume
read
2.
it. Yeah.
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 It's a list of names.
The appendices.
In reference on
He has
this
a
one.
sex
It's the
dungeon
appendix.
in his house.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Pretty
What?
much
Wow.
made like the
That's
desert version of the Winchester house, though.
Oh.
Yeah, his house
That's-
looks fucking awesome.
It's really cool.
So badass.
And he has like a wife and kids, but he does have a sex dungeon like in his office, like one of the walls is
One
fake.
of the offices.
Well, I mean, if I had like Penn Gillette money, I'd probably do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have all the cool shit I ever wanted. I'd have a mad laboratory
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
that I'd never use, but it'd look amazing.
It looked cool. You always, oh man.
Just every room would be a sex dungeon, but it'd be disguised as something else.
Yeah, it'd be like one of those like love hotels. Like, different, like,
Love theme love.
Just as the space fucking room. That one's the medieval fucking room.
This one is the medieval
just
torture
heart-
chamber,
Yeah,
and that's the
just
cauldron.
heart-shaped things.
yeah.
Fucking
You,
room.
you could have like a mad science laboratory, but then all of your beakers are just like dildos.
Dildos. Yeah, the Pyrex glass ones.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's
Oh, man.
actually a thing.
Pyrex glass dildos?
No, I mean like the whole like theme, like
Oh
Most
yeah.
likely, yeah.
Yeah, I think for both.
Someone's into it.
Yeah. Man,
Damn.
Pyrex is making a killing.
I'm sure they are.
Not a
things-
sponsor, just a fan.
oh my god,
Yeah.
oh, fuck.
Won't say no to a brand deal, Pyrex.
I just gotta create a glass dildos, I don't know why. I guess we'll give them out to listeners.
The next panel we do.
Fucking glass dowels across the room.
No, you need to get one of those T-shirt cannons, but then you have to modify some.
No, that would murder someone. Just fucking impale them
Glass
with a unicorn
dildo
horn.
cannon.
Like, not only are we not allowed at Anime Evolution anymore, we're wanted for murder.
Join our On the Run podcast.
Yeah.
Where we record Howard Getaway Route.
Come and find us, pigs. Oink, oink, oink. Doom, doom, doom.
We're hiding behind 7 proxies.
But still, I get cease and desist from HBO.
Oh my god. So in Penn and Teller, it's bullshit. On the UFOs episode, they have this one little segment where there's this lady who's claims to be a hypnotic therapist or hypnotherapist, and she's specifically helps people who claim to have been abducted by UFOs, and so they get a bunch of skeptics and stuff to like sit down with them and watch the tape. Or no, the one guy that they get to watch the tape, he's a psychologist.
Yeah.
He watches the tape and he watches her session of this one lady who like volunteers and says, "Yeah, I'm okay being filmed" or whatever. And so all the questions that she asks to her patient are all super leading, and they're like she's basically planting suggestions in this person's head to make it seem like to basically like direct her abduction
Yeah.
and essentially plant a false memory of an abduction into this woman's brain.
Sorry, I'm going to interrupt you for a second. I think that's part of the thing about hypnotism, too, is that there's kind of like this subconscious need to
Yeah.
comply with when people and like make
Yeah.
them like you, right? So
Yeah.
when they're saying act like a duck, you're like, oh, this dude is saying act like a duck, so I better do it so he likes me, kind of thing, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, because humans are naturally try to be agreeable, and there's a term for it. I can't remember what it is, but it's you're right. Yeah, it's
Being
people like
agreeable.
yeah,
It's like a subconscious thing, right?
yeah,
It's-
but yeah. You don't want to avoid confrontation or whatever.
Oh, yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah. That's basically she's planting ideas in this person's head and essentially perpetuating
Yeah.
their idea that they were abducted and all this kind of stuff. And she has like this room of like a support group of people, and all of them get sessions with her, and she charges multiple hundreds of dollars every session.
Yeah,
So she's
Once you're a
basically-
specific thing, you can charge that much,
that's
right?
true.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but she's just like milking these poor damaged people because they're all talking about how they have to actually go to like therapy for other like mental issues and stuff. And so that's why Penn and Teller are like,
This is
fucking
bullshit.
asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then there's this asshole. Because she's just
It's
a
like
piece of shit.
And like with that, the kind of person that goes and believes it and falls for it, it's like they want to be.
They're mentally vulnerable.
Well, they want to be special, and they want somebody to acknowledge that. Like, so when they get that, they're probably like feeling pretty good at the time after the session, so they keep going, right? But
it's
like
validated.
Yeah,
so fucking damaging.
Right? Like you're getting that validation that you want, and they're.
And like,
even though it's super harmful,
bunch of money,
and that's where the like subliminal messaging, like the inclination stuff happens, right? Like, 'cause sometimes like these people, like they're present day, like they're taking sessions, and sometimes they listen to some of the tapes and all that.
Yeah.
In their sleep, of course, like you mentioned before, like sometimes you might just fall asleep.
Yeah.
When you listen to it, but then like let's say the whole tape is like 2 hours long.
Yeah.
You sleep within the first 10 minutes. There's still like at least like an hour and like 40 minutes worth of stuff there. And like within those like contents, there might be like some like there has been cases where it's like they have some weird stuff going on in there, like blah 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 blah, like some mental suggestions, because usually that's actually a way for people to like try to improve themselves, right? Because a lot of times there's actually like a hypnotherapy where they
motivational stuff.
Yeah, motivational stuff. It's like, I think I'm great. It's just basically just changing your subconscious, right?
Yeah.
You're the best. You're the greatest. Think that you're the greatest. And who's in your way? Your family. You should kill them. You're the greatest.
Well, that's the thing, though. Like, they suggest shit like, your father hates you. Like, all these
don't let
ideas.
anyone stand in your way, especially your father.
It's just some shit like that, and it's like, it gets really out of hand, like, really quick, because, like, once you do that. But then, like, there's also, like, the opposite side, where there's some people, they get, real great help from that, because they're like, oh, like I'm reprogramming my subconscious, because subconscious, you can't really access your subconscious and all that, right? So,
Try.
There's a couple times like because I always have to fall asleep listening to some kind of dialogue in the background.
Yeah.
A lot of the time I'll put on like Game Grumps or something just because because they're always so positive about everything.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'll put on a guy called Creeps McPasta, and he reads creepypastas.
Yeah.
And he kind of sounds like the Top Fives guy. Like, he's got that sort of quiet British voice.
Nice. Yeah.
And I like his voice. But there's been a couple times where, like, I'll put it on, and, like, I'll just, like, let, like, a playlist go.
Yeah.
And I'll wake up, like, a couple hours after, and my heart will be like, doo, 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 doo.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, okay, maybe I should switch to Game Grumps. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's I guess, like, your subconscious starts reading or hearing a creepypasta about some dude following you home and murdering you at home.
Well, yeah, because like
and I wake up like, I don't want to die.
Because that's when like because there's like a whole different stage of sleep thing. When you're in like in
REM,
deep REM sleep, that's when like your brain is just blasting hormones and everything, and then like that's when your subconscious is like on autopilot. Because
that's when you have sex dreams about Beck. That was a couple nights ago.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Raoul, for listening.
Raoul, let's just bypass Patreon and give me $20.
He really needs it.
Yeah, shit. That's our episode.
It's a rip.
Is it though?
Is it really our episode?
Has the episode actually just happened?
That's true. Listen
It would happen,
to my
though.
voice. Listen to my voice. I'm going to count to 3. Listen to my voice. Not my voice. Terry's voice. Not Edison's voice.
Tony's
Not Devon's
voice.
voice, but my voice. 1, 2.
Yeah, you know how they were saying those Samsung smart TVs?
Yeah.
People say that they'll like listen to you now or whatever.
Yeah.
Cool. That's pretty smart.
Yeah, I didn't realize I've got a Samsung TV,
Oh, no.
so I've started masturbating loudly. One of the Google's search suggestion said, "What does Barbara Streisand mean?" What the fuck?
I think we've already discovered there's two very distinct types of British porn. Like, British casting couch.
And stuff.
I had to make a ninja costume for Halloween. It gets better, guys, don't worry. So I went to Pryatt with my mom.
Oh, God.
And apparently I went up to, like, the glass container holding all the sounding devices. And I was just like, oh, what are those for? And I was like, oh, this is going to roll over here.
You guys sell bong equipment, too?
Yeah. What does that clean?